up, everybody in YouTube land? This is Samson Atlas coming at you from Iron and Steel on 18 Wheels on YouTube, Level Up, Muscle Up on the Truck on Instagram. And today we're going to react to a video that was sent to me. The intention of the person that sent it to me was to make me laugh. So I can probably tell that it's not going to be something that I'm used to doing since I don't do reactions. But they, told me it was a video about somebody in the gym. And since that's right up my alley, so to speak, because I do like to work out on the road, and, it thought it'd be relevant. Maybe it could be an interesting type of, subject to do reactive content to. So we're going to go ahead and take a look and see what's going on in the video. So without further ado, let's press play. Your music going on, all right. Came up in the gym. Maybe I'll let that slide. Let's just keep going. Okay. Well, you heard him do the little warrior cry, so it looked like he's ready to lift. All right. Let's. Okay. So clearly somebody's there to work out. Clearly somebody there isn't, or at least they're not ready to, lift free weights. So, okay. So let's look at this thing, shall we? He left the house with his wrist straps, lifting gloves, lifting belt, lifting spandex, and his partner comes in and looks like their regular cultural attire.
It was like a Zorro type outfit.
And from the looks of it, she's doesn't have any shoes on. And most gyms will not let you come into that facility without any shoes on. It's a safety hazard. Not like, a thin piece of leather is going to stop a 100-pound plate from smashing your foot. But nevertheless, most gyms will not let you lift without shoes on. Unless you're, back in the 70s, when Arnold Schwarzenegger was lifting, and some of them guys, they trained in the gym barefooted. Sorry, the country came out in me. Barefooted, and when they were working legs. So, but she's not Arnold Schwarzenegger, and I don't think she's come there to lift. I think, she came there to make a video or to help him make the video. So we're going to go ahead and keep playing the video and see, what else is going on. So it looks like he's up underneath the bar. Got a nice, wide powerlifting grip. And let's go from there. Okay, looks like he's going to get a good bridge. From the looks of it, he's did it before. All right. She's going to give him a lift off, and lift off is complete. Okay, so far, so good. Looks like everything is normal, except for the fact that, she clearly has no shoes on, and she is not dressed to lift whatsoever. Okay, let's go ahead, and it looks like he got the bar off. She gave him a good lift off, got the bar off the rack. Now, let's see what he does with it. Okay. She done ran off. Probably because she knows about to, oh, snap. Oh, man. The strength has left the building, y'all. All right, so I don't know why in the world she took off running like that. I really don't. So maybe she knew what was about to happen. So now she looked like she's about to try to get it off of him. Oh, hell no! Shoes would have helped her get her, well, we'll see.
I smoke rocks.
Uh-oh. Trouble. Man, I don't like, I don't know why in the world people struggle to lift weights like that. And I know they're trying to get the weight to catch the lowest level safety rail. That works sometimes, but I've seen just from, I've seen it sometimes where they miss the, it's not called a J hook, where they miss the little safety, the safety bar or the safety hook, and the weight's got him in a front side guillotine choke. Anyway, it looks like he's about to get decapitated. I hope he doesn't, because I don't want to react to this kind of content if it's going to have some type of blood, guts, and gore in it. But, you know, looks like that that weight's got him in a chokehold, and she is trying to get it up off of him, you know, barefooted and all. It's not funny. You know, hey, look. Stupid. Well, I'll just go ahead and go through the video so that way you can, you know, I can go ahead and make jokes later or whatever. But let's see what happens. All right.
I smoke rocks.
Okay, she's struggling trying to get it off of him, and he is dying with every single last breath he takes.
God, if you listen, help!
He's trying to get her over to lift that one side up off of him. It don't look like it's gonna happen. You know, maybe out for the count. Oh, okay. Oh. She is terrified.
Oh, hell no!
Oh, she got okay. He's fine. Look like now she's giving a pep talk, and she's probably saying, "Man, baby, maybe this ain't for us." But let's go ahead and pause it right there. All right. Yeah, a couple things wrong with that video, man. So this video was obviously, you know, for him to showcase his strengths, and probably doing, you know, like some sort of ego lift. That's basically what it was an ego lift. He wanted to get it on camera. You can tell by the way he came in, you know what I'm saying? He knows what he's doing. When he got up underneath the bar, and he, you know, had a good foot position, a nice wide grip. You know, looks like he got a good back bridge, you know, for a powerlifting type of lift, where he's lifted some heavier weight before. But you know, he had everything with him: the wrist straps, the gloves, the weightlifting gloves, the weightlifting belt. He looked like he even had some weightlifting shoes on. And then, you know, in walks his lifting partner, you know, barefooted. Looked like she about ready, you know, to go somewhere to, I don't know, maybe the temple or the grocery store, you know, anywhere but the gym. Don't look like she ready to lift no weight. You know, and then all of a sudden when he's starting to get choked out by the weight, and she gonna try to get it up off of him. No,
Wrong.
You know, I'm gonna clown him a little bit because, you know, you're not supposed to make fun of people, but, you know, I'm gonna clown him a little bit because I think he knew better. I think he knew better because, you know, when you lift weights and when you work out, you know generally where the upper portion of your strength registry is.
Wrong.
You know, clearly, I'm going to say that this weight, you know, he shouldn't have even been on up under, even if he had a partner that could get it up off of him.
Stupid.
You know, because that weight didn't even budge. It looked like maybe budged an inch.
Stupid.
You know, he could have had a bad day. And, you know, I've had bad days where it was just like, you know, some of the weights felt a little bit more difficult than what they needed to be. But, you know, I'm not gonna make a video trying to lift it. If anything, like, you need to warm up, see where you are, you know, and see where your strength is by like gradually going up. And then if you're gonna if you're gonna do a max lift like that, at least see if you're in the neighborhood of that weight that you're trying to lift. But I think he went there, he probably was confident that he could get it, and brought his girl or his lifting partner there with him, and you know, had a massive fail. You know, and now I guess I've seen some content creators, they'll post, you know, these little shorts or memes or reels where they're saying, hey, look, if I'm struggling with the weight, or if I can't get the weight back up, like if he's in the squat rack and he gets stuck at the bottom, he'll say, well, you know what, all I do when I get stuck at the bottom of a squat, I just stand right back up. Or if they're in the bench press and they're like, if I get stuck at the bottom, like this guy was, excuse me,
I smoke rocks.
I just lift it right back up and put it on the rack, you know. And that's basically like a flex. And what he was doing, it was, you know, a low-key flex. When you have somebody behind that bench that has no business being back there spotting you at that weight, period. He knew she couldn't lift that weight off of him, but he kind of wanted to, you know, do a low-key flex and say, hey, look, I don't really need a spot, but I'll get her, you know, just in case, you know, if I get stuck, I'll just lift it right back up. And, you know, and that weight said something else. He said, nah, partner.
Oh, hell no.
You going down for the count. We're going to teach you a lesson. So I don't know what he did to the weights to make them, you know, react so adversarially against him by putting him in a front naked choke. But even this girl, she had trouble trying to save them, and really, he could have been badly hurt. But I know a lot of times I lift without a spotter, but
Stupid.
I'm not saying that that's the right thing to do. You could say that at least he did have a spotter, but he really could have got them both hurt, really. Because what if she had to drop that weight on her foot? It's not like them lifting shoes that he had on would have saved her, but it's just that, you need to have somebody there that knows what they're doing when they can spot you, and somebody that can get the weight up off of you if things go wrong, because you never know what could happen. You could pull a muscle at the bottom of the lift, who knows what could have happened, but that weight needs to be, up off of you if a medical emergency happens. And if anything, have 2 or 3 spotters, especially if the weight is too heavy for your one spotter to pull up by themselves. Now, when you get up in the upper registers, like 400 and 500 pounds, I'm not expecting somebody to do a bent over row to lift the weight off of me when I'm trying to do a bench press. You have 1 behind you, 2 on the side once you get up to a certain weight. But anyway, I guess that was my reaction, and that was my my safety lesson for the day. Until then, be safe, be alert, and hang in there. And let's let's keep making that money. Let's keep them wheels rolling and keep them plates coming. Samson Atlas, until next time.